Big breach on Parliament attack anniversary. New Parliament intruded by 2. National alarm over intrusion. Total VVIP failure. Top focus on 5 Live.
Let's make absolutely no mistake, viewer. What has happened inside India's new parliament is one of India's biggest ever security breaches. I'm standing now in a simulated portion of where that infiltration actually took place. Now, in this new parliament building, like where I'm standing, the visitors gallery is just 10 to 12 feet high. Unlike the old parliament building where it was 24 feet high and therefore jumping was out of the question, just 10 to 12 feet high means person had access, and that's precisely what happened, as you can see in what has been captured on camera. That man literally jumping out of the visitors gallery and then simply jumping from table to table. So this is the situation where things actually went completely out of control and then were subdued very, very quickly. I'm joined right now by BJP Member of Parliament Rajendra Agarwal, who was in the chair in the Lok Sabha during this breach. राजेंद्र जी, आपका स्वागत है। ये जो घटना हुआ है लोक सभा में, ये बहुत ही चिंताजनक है, बहुत ही ट्रबलिंग है। क्या आप बता सकते हैं राजेंद्र जी डिटेल में कि एग्जैक्टली क्या हुआ? आप चेयर में थे जब ये हुआ था सर?
सर वो उन्होंने लगाया दोनों ही।
देखिए 0 आवर चल रहा था
जी,
आपको जानकारी है ही ये भी। और तभी देखा कि पहले एक जो नौजवान था वो उतरा रेलिंग को पकड़ करके। हमको तो लगा कि शायद कोई गिर गया है। फिर दूसरा व्यक्ति उतरा तो ध्यान में आया कि ये लोग जो है इसमें हाउस के अंदर कूद रहे हैं। तो एक थोड़ा सा अव्यवस्था सी वहां पर हुई। हमने तुरंत हाउस को एडजस्ट किया और उसके बाद सभी सांसदों ने उनको पकड़ा। सुरक्षा कर्मी भी एक्टिव हुए, उन्होंने भी पकड़ लिया। तो 1 मिनट के अंदर अंदर ये सारा काम हो गया। इन द मीन टाइम उसने एक लड़के ने अपने जूते में से कुछ निकाला, वो जो गैस जो वहां पर थी कलर्ड गैस, वो उसमें से निकाल करके उसने हाउस के अंदर फैलाई। इतना घटनाक्रम ही हुआ और इसी दौरान सांसदों की मदद से और सुरक्षा कर्मियों की मदद से उनको काबू में कर लिया गया और सुरक्षाकर्मी दोनों को ले गए बाहर।
राजेंद्र जी, पब्लिक के मन में ये सवाल, पहला सवाल ये है कि ये कैसे हो सकता था? ये नया पार्लियामेंट है, इसमें जो सिक्योरिटी और इंटेलिजेंस का व्यवस्था है बहुत मैक्सिमम लेवल पे है। आज पार्लियामेंट का अटैक का एनिवर्सरी भी है, तो ऐसे कैसे हो सकता था राजेंद्र जी?
नहीं, देखिए कहीं ना कहीं चूक तो हुई है, मेजर चूक हुई है। उसकी समीक्षा की जा रही है, माननीय स्पीकर महोदय के द्वारा भी की जा रही है। वो सब दलों के नेताओं से भी परामर्श कर रहे हैं। सुरक्षा से संबंधित जो अधिकारी हैं उनको भी इसकी समीक्षा करने के लिए कहा गया है। जो सीआरपीएफ के डीजी हैं या दिल्ली के पुलिस कमिश्नर हैं या अन्य अधिकारी हैं, वो भी इसकी समीक्षा कर रहे हैं, एक्सपर्ट समीक्षा कर रहे हैं। कुल मिलाकर के चूक तो हुई है। अब चूक कैसे हुई, 3 जगह पर चेकिंग होती है जो विजिटर होता है, तो उसको देखेंगे और उसका पुख्ता इंतजाम किया जाएगा कि भविष्य में ऐसी घटना ना हो। क्योंकि संसद की दर्शक दीर्घा तक इस प्रकार से कोई पहुंच जाए और हाउस के अंदर कूद करके कुछ भी घटना को अंजाम दे सकते हैं, तो ये गंभीर बात है।
राजेंद्र जी, पार्लियामेंट को लेकर एक काफी अहम इंटेलिजेंस इंटरेस्ट भी था, क्योंकि आज जैसे मैंने बताया कि 2001 वाला संसद पर जो हमला हुआ था उसका एनिवर्सरी था। कुछ ही दिन पहले जो खालिस्तानी आतंकवादी हैं गुरपतवंत सिंह पन्नू, उन्होंने भी एक वार्निंग सामने किया था कि वो पार्लियामेंट पर हमला करेंगे। तो ये सब अगर हम मिलाकर देखेंगे तो एक अवेयरनेस लेवल, इंटेलिजेंस लेवल काफी मैक्सिमम लेवल पे होना चाहिए था। इस नजरिए से आप क्या कहेंगे? जब ये हुआ था बिल्कुल आपके सामने, क्या आपके मन में ये पॉसिबिलिटी था कि ये एक आतंकवादी हमला हो सकता है?
नहीं, ऐसा लगा तो नहीं। हालांकि आप जो कह रहे हैं वो बात तो थी ही कि पुन्नू ने इस बात की धमकी दी थी और आज एनिवर्सरी भी उसकी थी और निश्चित रूप से इसकी सावधानी बरती गई होगी। परंतु मैं इसी बात को बार बार कहना चाहूंगा कि कहीं ना कहीं चूक तो हुई है और चूक वो गंभीर है। देखिए, जांच भी होती है परंतु बहुत बार विश्वास भी होता है। कई बार कुछ लापरवाही किसी अधिकारी के द्वारा हो गई होगी, लेकिन यदि लापरवाही अधिकारी के स्तर पर हुई है या लापरवाही सिस्टम के अंदर है, दोनों बातों की समीक्षा होगी। अब जैसे वो जूते के अंदर छिपा करके लाया था, शायद जूते की तलाशी अभी नहीं ली होगी, जूते के अंदर जो उसने पाउडर रखा हुआ था उनको सेंसर शायद नहीं पकड़ पाता होगा। ऐसी बहुत सारी चीजें हो सकती हैं, एक्सपर्ट्स उसके बारे में बताएंगे। लेकिन मैं इस बात को जो मैं कह रहा हूं, सभी इस गंभीर चूक की से सहमत है कि चूक बहुत गंभीर थी और इसका पुख्ता इंतजाम होना चाहिए कि ऐसी चूक भविष्य में कभी भी ना हो।
आखिरी सवाल राजेंद्र जी, आप सहमत हैं कि ये एक छोटी चूक नहीं है? बिल्कुल, क्योंकि अगर इस आदमी के पास कलर स्मोक नहीं था या एक बम था या एक आईईडी था या कुछ और पॉइजन गैस का कैनिस्टर था, तो ये एक बहुत ही डिफरेंट सिचुएशन हो जाता। फिर तो ये छोटा मामला नहीं है।
हाँ, मैंने वही बात में, हाँ बिल्कुल बिल्कुल छोटा मामला बिल्कुल नहीं है। परंतु मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि इस प्रकार की घातक चीजें जब फ्रिस्किंग होती है या जो चेकिंग होती है उसमें पकड़ ली जाती हैं। अब ये क्यों नहीं पकड़ में आया? तो ये मैं फिर कह रहा हूं कि ये कर्मचारी या सुरक्षा कर्मी के स्तर की भी चूक भी हो सकती है और सिस्टम की चूक भी हो सकती है। तो उसको दुरुस्त किया जाएगा, उसकी समीक्षा होगी, एक्सपर्ट से इसके विषय में उनकी राय ली जाएगी और निश्चित रूप से एक जो ये घटना घटी है ऐसी कभी भी भविष्य में न हो, क्योंकि संसद में किसी का पहुंचना, अंदर पहुंचना, ये बहुत गंभीर बात है। इस बात को सभी समझते हैं। स्पीकर महोदय ने भी इस बात को लोकसभा के अंदर कहा और इसीलिए उन्होंने सभी दलों के जो फ्लोर लीडर्स हैं उनकी बैठक बुलाई है। सब इस बात से सहमत है कि ये गंभीर चूक हुई है, इसका कोई न कोई समाधान, स्थायी समाधान निकाला जाना चाहिए।
राजेंद्र अग्रवाल जी, हमसे बात करने के लिए बहुत धन्यवाद। थैंक यू Rajendra Agarwal ji. He was the BJP member of parliament who was in the chair in the Lok Sabha during 0 hour when this infiltration actually happened. Now I want to break some fresh information that's coming in at this point of time, because this is a constantly developing story in motion. Exclusive details of the parliamentary breach probe that's coming forward. 6 people, not 4, not 2, but 6 people are believed to be together involved in what happened today in India's parliament. 2 conspirators are currently absconding. Their identities are not yet known. All 6 are apparently from outside Delhi. They don't belong to Delhi. They're all from outside Delhi. All of the accused were residing in Gurugram, which is in Haryana, just on the outskirts of Delhi. 5 out of the 6 people have been identified. The 6th person has not been identified. 4 people have been apprehended. 2 are still absconding. So that's the information. 6 people in total, 5 identified, 4 apprehended, 2 still absconding, 1 person not yet identified. So that is where things are at right now. That number could change. There could be more people involved as well. We don't know that just yet. We'll have to wait for more information. Milan Sharma joining me from outside Parliament. Also Amit Bhardwaj, our reporters who were first on site to get us the first pictures of the commotion that finally became this big security breach story outside India's Parliament, are live with me. Milan, quickly coming to you first. The probe now suggesting 6 people are involved, 2 people still absconding. Is that the latest we have right now, Milan?
Well, yes, Shiv. According to our sources in the Delhi police, they were clear that this is a pre-planned, mediated conspiracy by which, firstly, initially there was an attack that happened outside the parliament and then it happened inside the parliament. Well, outside the parliament, there have been, other protests and skirmishes that do take place. But when, their accomplice entered inside and jumped from the viewers' gallery into the visitors' gallery into the well of Lok Sabha, that is when all hell broke loose. And of course, it's a big question on the security agencies as well. That is being probed right now. The police is saying that there were 6 people, not 4, but 6 people were involved. 4 have been identified. One person is from Haryana, one person is from Maharashtra, Anmol, and a woman called her name I'm not remembering right now, but there was a woman and a male and 2 male who are inside the parliament, Sagar and Manoranjan, and all these 4 were inside and outside. There were 6 involved. They stayed at a Gurugram residence of a person who has also been identified, and the 6th person is still absconding at the moment. 2 the police have not found, but we are standing outside the Parliament Street police station at the moment, Shiv, and of course the 2, the one from Haryana and one from Maharashtra, they are both inside right now, and the police is carrying on their investigation. IB agencies have been involved, special cell is being involved, and of course a lot of questions are being raised on the parliamentary security. We've seen enough visuals and videos from inside the parliament when it happened, when the parliamentarians themselves have caught this man from the hair and have beaten him up inside the parliament for creating this kind of ruckus, but we still are not able to see the security agencies around. So big lapse there inside the new parliamentary building, and of course the police is currently carrying on their other investigations. As you earlier mentioned also, Pannu had released a video saying that there could be some kind of attack, and why were agencies not on alert? Why did they not take the intelligence input seriously? That is a very big question there, Shiv, that needs to be raised today.
Okay, no clarity on that just yet. One of the many questions that we're asking at this time as part of our coverage. Amit, 6 people, we have some, some surface level information about them. There was some sloganeering about Tanashahi, etc., that they were shouting, appearing to be some kind of political protest. But do we know who these people are in terms of whether they belong to any organization? Were they just friends? It couldn't have just been 6 people who decided one day to do something like this.
Absolutely right, Shiv. It couldn't be possible that 6 different individuals from different part of the country coming together on the same day, same time with similar kind of modus operandi and end up becoming infiltrators, causing a major security lapse in the Parliament of India. In fact, Shiv, I was the only reporter on the ground at this very spot when this entire security lapse unfolded around 12:33 in the noon. And at this spot, Shiv, this stress that you are looking at is where Anmol Shinde was standing. The other spot, I'll request Abhishek, if possible, to show you. This is the second spot where Neelam was standing, and around 12:33 in the noon, what happened, I was standing right inside this Transport Bhavan Park. Neelam was the one who started to sloganeer. Sloganeering was started by Neelam, who is from Hisar, Haryana, and she was raising slogans such as Bharat Mata Ki Jai, Jai Bhim, or Tanasahi Nahi Chalegi. So these 3 slogans continuously was being raised by Neelam as she burst those color crackers, and after that, when Delhi police personnel rushed to overpower her, that's when Anmol Shinde also burst the firecracker, which had yellow fumes coming out of it. And soon, as the Delhi police was escorting them away, detaining them, I asked Neelam very specifically, to ascertain her identity, why she was doing this, and whether she belonged to any organization. She did mention her name as Neelam, which has been now confirmed by Delhi police as well. I asked her about the motive, to which she kept on saying that our rights are being curbed by the parliament, there are attacks on farmers, so there was no specific reason being given out by her. And Neelam said that she does not belong to any specific organization, but the manner and fashion in which this entire episode or entire act on infiltration and security lapse has unfolded inside the parliament and outside the parliament, it clearly looks like a coordinated effort, which Delhi police is also saying that 6 people were actually behind this entire conspiracy and plan and execution which has happened today in the parliament. So 2 individuals, Neelam as well as Anmol Shinde, one from Haryana, one from Maharashtra, they executed the plan outside the parliament, and 2 of them were inside the parliament, inside the Lok Sabha. Shiv.
Okay, Amit and Milan, we're going to come back to you in just a moment because This is a story where the information is coming in very, very rapidly, and we're going to be asking all the big questions that nobody else is asking. But let me just take it once again from the top. 6 people involved in this conspiracy. 2 people managed to infiltrate India's brand new parliament today, a building with upgraded security mechanisms, a building with modernized access control systems, a building that is one of India's most protected establishments, a building in which a parliament session was in progress, a building that today observed the anniversary of the 2001 attacks on Parliament House, a building that has cost nearly 1,000 crore rupees of public money to build, a building that Indian citizens bankrolled so our elected representatives could have a Parliament House befitting a new India, a building that houses parliament sessions that cost the Indian public 2.5 lakh rupees every minute. This is the building that was violated and infiltrated and intruded today, viewer. All the public expense, all the emotion tied to India's home of democracy was violated today thanks to a failure that I will not describe in any other way but a monumental collapse of intelligence and security. There are those who will dwell on the fact that nothing happened and that the intruders were subdued swiftly. But how does that matter? It takes seconds to trigger a bomb. Imagine a bomb going off in Parliament Central Hall with all of our MPs and the Lok Sabha Speaker and others present. But the swiftness of the response means little in the shadow of the fact that these 2 intruders managed to get inside Parliament. That colour canister could very well have been a bomb. In a country described always with a laugh as Bhagwan Bharose, can any incident describe the veracity of this phrase better than what happened today in Parliament? It's not like Parliament doesn't have security. Of course not. It has multiple layers of security. It has full body frisking. It has bag checking. It has X-ray machines. It has metal detectors. It has multiple agencies as part of the umbrella Parliamentary Security Agency. It has snipers on the roof. It has special operatives on site. It enjoys the gaze of dedicated cells in our intelligence agencies. And yet, 2 people with smoke canisters in their shoes managed to not only procure visitor passes, that too from a sitting BJP MP, according to the evidence recovered from the accused, but managed to deceive all of these aforementioned layers of security and intelligence to gain upfront access to the hall of the people, where most of India's Lok Sabha MPs were sitting for the winter session. There is nothing small about today's incident. It is a coming together of India's worst lapses at a time when its security should be at maximum levels. All the relevant agencies, the Home Ministry, all of them have kicked into action now to find out where security failed, but the mirror must be turned on them as well, because let me be clear, this is system failure. Don't let anyone, not an MP, not a Neta, not anyone, say that this was a small lapse or that this is an individual lapse or this was individual negligence, because any security system, remember viewer, is only as strong as its weakest link. Let me say that again. Any security system is only as strong as its weakest link. Think about that for a moment. And let's be clear. Central Hall of Parliament today could have been a site of bloody carnage. The fact that it wasn't is not thanks to our system. And it's only the latest wake-up call in a history of wake-up calls in this country. Clearly, we haven't fully woken up yet. So you've got 2 incidents of security breach, one inside and one outside Parliament on the 22nd anniversary of the 2001 Parliament attack. We bring you these top developments, the very latest that's happening in this story in motion, to tell you what has happened. First, the big pictures that tell you the story. A video here of the intruders being intercepted and beaten up by MPs, not security, but MPs, that has surfaced. Parliament members were seen thrashing, punching and dragging the intruders so that they couldn't escape. But thanks to these brave MPs from multiple parties, that the intruders were subdued and apprehended. The 2 intruders were detained after they jumped into the Lok Sabha chamber from the viewers' gallery. While the winter session of Parliament, the 0 hour, was underway, they've been identified as Sagar Sharma and Manoranjan. India Today has accessed first images of both the intruders. There is still no clarity as to what organization or outfit they belong to. We don't know that yet. We will tell you when we know. Well, moments before the actual infiltration, a man and a woman identified as Amol Shinde and Neelam were detained protesting outside Parliament building, carrying cans that emitted yellowish smoke. Details of Neelam have also been accessed. She hailed from Haryana and was preparing for the Haryana Civil Services. Meanwhile, a forensic science laboratory team is on site collecting samples after this major security breach in Parliament. The area has been marked. The investigation is speeding up at this time. Very, very importantly and crucially, and reported first, mind you, on India Today, one of the intruders was carrying a visitor pass apparently issued by BJP MP from Mysore, Karnataka, Pratap Simha. He has not spoken out just yet, but on India Today, we ask why he hasn't spoken out and whether he will be questioned as well. Following the security breach, issuing of a visitor pass in Parliament have been suspended for the moment. And in case you missed any aspect of what happened, and remember it was India Today that broke the story first. India Today's Amit Bharadwaj was the first and only reporter on site when this became a huge national story. Take a look at what he sent us.
Vaulting from table to table after leaping down from the visitor gallery, shouting slogans and releasing colored gas. A security scare inside the Lok Sabha on the 22nd anniversary of the terror attack on the old Parliament building. The breach occurred in the Parliament building inaugurated just 7 months ago. The intruders, armed with smoke canisters, made their way to the visitor gallery. They were subdued by MPs and on-duty staff. One identified as Sagar Sharma, who possessed a visitor pass issued in the name of the BJP MP from Mysore, Pratap Simha. The other, a 35-year-old Mysore engineer, Manoranjan D. India Today traced down Manoranjan's family.
ನನ್ನ ಮಗ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯವನು ಪ್ರಾಮಾಣಿಕ ಸತ್ಯ ಒಂದು ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇವೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನಾನು ಸಮಾಜಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ತ್ಯಾಗ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅವನು ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ವಿವೇಕಾನಂದನ ಪುಸ್ತಕಗಳು ಓದ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದ ಈ ಪುಸ್ತಕಗಳು ಓದೇ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಈ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತು ಅನ್ನೋದು ನನಗೆ
When state security labs drew several criticism from the lawmakers.
हम जो सावधानी जो बरतना चाहिए था वो सावधानी हम नहीं बरतते हैं। हमारे जो पार्लियामेंट की जो सिक्योरिटी है सर अपने जो सिक्योरिटी जो निहत्ते वो पुराने सदन को बचाने में सफल हुई थी वो निहत्ते हमारे लोग आज कमी दिखाई दे रहे हैं सर।
On this day it's happening. It's very, very unfortunate that Indian Parliament has been attacked again. But two people jumped into the well with canisters in their hand which emitted a yellow smoke.
देखिए जब ना पासवर्ड के लिए कोई रूल है ना पास के लिए कोई रूल है, पासवर्ड पे एमपी एक्सपेल हो गए, अब पास पे कहीं एमपी एक्सपेल ना हो जाए, मुझे इसकी फिक्र है।
The two intruders taken into custody and being questioned by multiple security agencies. But questions arise about the loopholes that allowed such an intrusion into the Parliament. Bureau Report, India Today.
Just a short while before dramatic scenes played out outside Parliament, India's Prime Minister and all its senior leaders were there paying homage on the 22nd anniversary of the 2001 Parliament attack. Shortly thereafter, just 30 minutes after noon, at about 12:33, is when the hangama began. We've shown you what happened inside the Lok Sabha Central Hall. Here's what happened just before that, right outside. Two incidents that took place around the same time Wednesday have exposed the new Parliament House's security. While two people lobbed colour canisters inside the Lok Sabha, Two others protested outside, setting off similar color bombs and shouting slogans.
संसद भवन के ठीक बाहर इस वक्त नारेबाजी, दो लोग हैं, एक महिला है और एक पुरुष। ये अचानक से आते हैं संसद भवन के ठीक बाहर और कलर वाले जो पटाखे होते हैं उनको फोड़ने के बाद अचानक से नारेबाजी शुरू करते हैं।
जो हम पे ये अत्याचार हो रहे हैं, हम अपनी हकों की जो बात करते हैं, लाठीचार्ज करके हमको अंदर डाला किया जाता है, तो हमारे पास कोई माध्यम नहीं था।
डायरेक्ट वजह है, कोई वजह है, किसी संगठन से हैं आप?
नहीं, हम किसी संगठन से नहीं है, आम जनता है, स्टूडेंट है, हम छोटे भी।
The man and woman were detained by the police outside the transport bhavan near Parliament.
आप देखिए कि जो कलर स्मोक है उसका इस्तेमाल जिसका किया गया था, ये कलर स्मोक है और इसका इस्तेमाल करने के बाद आपको बता दें कि यहाँ पर काफी धुआं हो गया था। कई कलर के यहाँ पर धुएं का इस्तेमाल किया गया और आप तस्वीरों में देखिए सहित कि जो ट्रांसपोर्ट भवन के बाहर लोग मौजूद थे, दो लोग, एक महिला जिसका नाम नीलम था जो कि महाराष्ट्र से आई थी और जो दूसरा व्यक्ति था वो व्यक्ति जो है उसने इस कलर स्मोक का इस्तेमाल किया और स्मोक का इस्तेमाल करने के बाद यहाँ पर पूरी तरीके से अफरा तफरी मच गई।
The two accused have been identified as 42-year-old Neelam from Hisar in Haryana and 25-year-old Amol Shinde from Latur in Maharashtra. The shocking security breach comes on the anniversary of the 2001 Parliament attack. And only a few days after Khalistani terrorist Gurpatwant Singh Pannu had issued a threat to attack India's Parliament. The incidents today took place a few hours after members of Parliament had paid their homage to security personnel who had sacrificed their lives on that fateful day in 2001. With Amit Bhardwaj and Jitendra Bahadur at Parliament in Delhi, Bureau Report, India Today. Neelam is one of the persons who was apprehended outside Parliament shouting those slogans. She's one of the accused who carried canisters, releasing that unidentified yellow color smoke, causing a major security breach inside Parliament today. We've spoken to members of her family in Haryana. Listen.
नीलम के बारे में आपको जानकारी मिली है कुछ? कहाँ पे है? अच्छा,
हमने इसमें भाई ने देखी है टेलीविजन में।
क्या बताया फिर भाई ने?
भाई ने बोली माँ नीलम इसमें आ रही
टेलीविजन में। अच्छा, और कुछ नहीं बताया? तो नीलम में वहाँ हिसार में क्या करती है?
पता है।
कितने समय से?
उसकी 5 महीने हो गए।
आज भी आपकी बात हुई थी नीलम से?
हाँ, डॉक्टर कहते थे हुई थी।
अच्छा, क्या नाम आपका?
मेरा नाम सरस्वती है।
ठीक।
वो हिसार में स्टडी करती है, वो किसी पार्टी वगैरह से कोई जुड़ी हुई नहीं है अभी तक। तो हमें तो जहाँ तक पता है कि कोई पार्टी वगैरह कोई लफड़ा नहीं है।
फिर उसने आज संसद में ऐसा क्यों किया?
वो पता नहीं सर, तो उससे मिलने के बाद ही पता चलेगा क्या बात है क्या नहीं।
तो आपकी कैसे पता लगा?
वो तो मैंने बड़े भाई का फोन आया था तो उसने टीवी पे देखा होगा।
तो कल घर से कहाँ गई थी?
हिसार गई थी।
तो अभी आपसे उसका कोई संपर्क नहीं हुआ? आज की
नहीं, आज सुबह फोन आया था मेरी माँ को दवाई लेने के लिए, नरवाना दवाई दिलाने के लिए उनको फोन आया था।
One of those who managed to get inside Parliament, identified as Sagar, belongs to Lucknow. Sagar Sharma is what his name is. He had that visitor pass that had apparently been issued by BJP MP from Karnataka, Pratap Simha. We don't know what that connection is yet because Pratap Simha has not spoken out yet. Samarth Srivastav, my colleague, is outside Sagar Sharma's home, his family home in Lucknow. Samarth, what are Sagar Sharma's family saying, his family members? What are they saying?
Well, exactly, Shiv, that's such a shocking incident when an attackers jumped into the Lok Sabha chamber. And I have been joined by the mother of Sagar Sharma. I'll try to speak to her. Madam, बताइए क्या आपके बेटे दिल्ली गए, आपको पता चला जो अटैक हुआ है पार्लियामेंट में, आपके बेटे उसमें इन्वॉल्व, आपको इसके बारे में कुछ पता था?
नहीं, इसके बारे में कुछ नहीं पता।
कुछ नहीं पता आपको इसके बारे में?
हम तो खुद ही ये सब देख के बहुत छक्के हो रहे हैं क्योंकि ऐसा मेरा बेटा है ही नहीं, इसलिए ये सब देख के तो हमारी खुद ही तबीयत सी खराब हो रही कि ऐसा वो कभी कर ही नहीं सकता है कुछ।
क्या बोलकर गया था सागर?
बोल के गया था कि काम से जा रहा हूँ दोस्तों के साथ। यही बोला था और हमें ऐसा कुछ पता ही नहीं था जो हमें जानकारी हो।
करता क्या है सागर वैसे?
ई रिक्शा चलाता है।
दिल्ली में चलाता है?
दिल्ली में नहीं, यहीं चलाता है।
यहाँ पर आपसे क्या बोले गया था? दोस्तों के साथ जा?
हाँ हाँ, वापस आ जाऊंगा 2 दिन बाद, यही बोला।
कितने दिन पहले गया था?
अभी 2 दिन पहले तो गया।
बस दोस्तों के साथ जा रहा हूँ।
हाँ बस ये
प्रदर्शन की बात?
हाँ यही बताया था मुझे।
धरना करने जा?
हाँ यही बोला था
दल से
के साथ। अब ये नहीं बताया, ये तो वही जाने। हाँ, अब कभी उसने गलत किया नहीं है, इसलिए हमने ज्यादा पूछा जाची भी नहीं की।
यहाँ किसी दल के साथ इन्वॉल्व रहा है?
कभी नहीं।
आप लोग का घर कैसे चलता है?
घर वही कारपेंटर है हमारे यहाँ, वही लकड़ी काम करते हैं, उसी से चलता है।
ये आपका घर है किराए का?
किराए का है ये।
क्या कहेंगी, क्या मतलब, क्योंकि उनको तो पकड़ लिया गया है इतना बड़ा, उसमें उन्होंने आज क्योंकि बरसी भी थी उसकी पार्लियामेंट वाले, और उसमें आपके बेटे ही अंदर गए और जिस तरह से।
अब क्या करें, हमारी किस्मत ही खराब है, लगता है। क्या
आपको उम्मीद थी कि आपके
बेटा है मेरा?
एक ही बेटा है। आपको उम्मीद थी किस तरह का कुछ आपके बेटे करेंगे?
नहीं, बिल्कुल उम्मीद नहीं थी हमको कि ऐसा करेगा।
सरकार से क्या कहना चाहिए?
हम यही कहना चाहेंगे कि मेरा बेटा बहुत अच्छा है, ऐसा कुछ कर नहीं सकता है।
उनके तो वीडियो सागर शर्मा के साफ साफ दिख रहे हैं, जिस तरह से उसने अटैक किया है।
हमने तो अभी कुछ देखा भी नहीं है, आप ही लोगों को देखा है सिर्फ, उसको तो मैंने देखा ही नहीं है अभी।
So Shiv, you can clearly see that mother is quite worried, and I also want my cameraman Neeraj to show the visuals of this particular residence. This is the Alamnagar locality, and you can see the police team have also arrived at this particular place, and they are also questioning the family and also taking things into consideration, whether the house belongs to the family or it is on rent. And I'll try to move across this particular house to show you the visuals out here. Apart from this police team, you can clearly see that this is a poor family. The husband of this particular lady is a carpenter, while Sagar runs e-rickshaw in Lucknow, and these are the visuals from the home. If I'll try to move across inside, and you can clearly see this one-story house. One bedroom is out there. There's one kitchen and one almirah out there, and there is nothing much. And there you can see a lot of utensils out here placed. You can clearly see the simplicity of this particular, though the mother is unaware about this particular thing, and as she clearly told India Today that his son went to along with his friends in Delhi and said that he'll return in just 2 days. And clearly you can clearly see the locality, a lot of people out here. I'll try to speak to some of them as well, whether they knew about him. आप सागर के बारे में जानती थी? सागर
नहीं, मेरे किराए पे रहता है मेरे घर में।
आप ही घर में किराए पे रहते?
जी सर।
अच्छा, तो
ऐसा तो हमको तो कभी नहीं लगा, हमें पता नहीं चला, अभी आप आए तो पता चला है, ऐसी बात है।
कैसा था, मतलब बातचीत करता?
अच्छा बच्चा है, जैसे हम लोग रहते नॉर्मली वो भी ऐसे रहता था।
आपको पता चला संसद में अटैक किया है?
हाँ, अभी आपके द्वारा पता चला, ऐसे पहले हमको कभी नहीं पता चला।
किराए पे रह रहे हैं लोग?
ये काफी समय से 6-7 साल हो रहे रह रहे हैं।
6-7 साल हो रहे?
हाँ।
क्या उम्र होगी सागर?
सागर की 20-21 होगी।
You can clearly see that locality out here, Shiv, and I also try to ask the cameraman to show you the visuals of this particular place where the talks are on that what actually happened in this particular narrow lane of Lucknow, which engulfed the sparks from the parliament when visuals came, the shocking visuals came the same day when in 2001 that incident happened. A lot of people from this locality, आप लोग जानते थे सागर को? नहीं जानते थे? आप लोग भी नहीं जानते थे? You can clearly see the locality out here. All the members of this particular lane have arrived outside the residence of Sagar Sharma, which are in a way telling the entire story, what actually happened. Though mother of Sagar Sharma is unaware about any such attack, because that particular Sagar told his mother that he is going along with his friends in Delhi for some work and he'll return back in just 2 days. But he did not return and currently is under the custody of police. Back to you.
Okay, so bewildered families, unable to have, unable to figure how something like this could have happened. I'm sure the police will be reaching there as well. In fact, not they already have, to question the families, to find out about the antecedents of these people. 6 disparate, young citizens, it looks like, who've got together to do this. Where they come from in terms of ideology, what they were planning to do, what they were trying to do, are all unanswered questions. But the most important question that is being asked right now, I feel, is who is going to be accountable for this? Is it going to be the Home Ministry? Is it going to be the Delhi Police? Is it parliamentary security? Where, at which level are heads going to roll for something that cannot be simply brushed away? In fact, there are protests taking place. That's the breaking news coming in right now. Outside BJP MP Pratap Simha's office in Mysore, which is his Lok Sabha constituency. Remember, it was in BJP MP Pratap Simha's name that a visitor pass was issued to Sagar Sharma, the intruder in today's parliament infiltration incident. The BJP MP is said to have issued that visitor pass, but there is no clarity on whether he knows Sagar Sharma, who issued the pass, whether it was from his office. Is this real? That connection is elusive at this point of time. But a big glare on Pratap Simha, especially since he hasn't spoken out so far and clarified. Parliament breach politics, as you can see, is escalating. The Trinamool has demanded BJP MP Pratap Simha's expulsion from Parliament. These are images of that protest taking place in Mysore. That is where Pratap Simha is the Lok Sabha MP from the BJP. This party, remember, is doing two things right now. A, putting the glare on the government, rightly so, on where this lapse has taken place. They're also protesting, as you can see, outside BJP MP Pratap Simha's office. Interestingly, as part of a social media strategy, they're also trying to depict Rahul Gandhi as having been fearless in the face of this attack by putting out pictures of Rahul Gandhi when, where that smoke was visible inside the central hall. So the Congress party leaping onto this issue full frontal at many different levels. Well, speaking of that politics, an issue of national security, but of course trust our politicians to bicker and not display any form of unity whatsoever, even in the minutes following this huge security breach. The Congress is now demanding a statement from the Home Minister, which is a reasonable demand. The Congress will also be protesting against BJP MP Pratap Simha. Those are pictures that we just showed you. One of the intruders, Sagar Sharma, was carrying a visitor pass, like I said. That's the visitor pass issued by BJP MP Pratap Simha. He's the Lok Sabha MP from Mysore, where those protests are taking place. The Trinamool has demanded his expulsion from Parliament, saying the attack could have been facilitated by the BJP leader. The Trinamool is also calling for a full investigation and a statement from the Home Minister.
The fact that these people were apparently sponsored by a sitting MP of the ruling party, I don't want to take any names until the details are publicly known. Secondly, that these fellows smuggled in these smoke pistols, which shows a very serious security lapse. Thirdly, that not only did they fire the pistols, they leapt into the floor, they shouted some slogans which are not audible to some of us. The new building does not seem to be configured very well when it comes to security by comparison with the arrangements in the old building.
कई दिनों से ये चर्चा में आई कि कोई आतंकवादी संगठन सदन में हमला करेगी और वो भी 13 दिसंबर को। ये जानकारी भी सरकार के पास थे और सबको जानकारी में रही, क्योंकि मीडिया वालों ने बार बार ये सारे मुद्दा उठाए थे। फिर भी इस तरीके की चूक क्यों हुई, ये सबका सवाल है।
What we discover is that passes have been issued by the BJP MP Pratap Simha. He has issued passes to two individuals who created chaos today in Parliament. It was dangerous. So our straight question is that you have expelled Mahua Moitra, national security compromised. What is Lok Sabha going to do, because national security has been compromised? Today there was a tremendous lapse because of these two people. So BJP MP who issued the pass has done a very irresponsible job and he needs to be expelled from Parliament.
Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla has written a letter to the Special Secretary of the Home Ministry. An FIR has been lodged on today's incident at the Sansad Marg police station, that's the Parliament Street police station. Entry arrangements will be made from different gates of the new Parliament. Security system will be reviewed as well. A full body scanner will be installed at the entry gate. It's absolutely incredible. It's incredible to see that all of this action is being taken now after it's simply too late. Himanshu Mishra is live with me. Himanshu, Om Birla ने एक लेटर लिखा है स्पेशल सेक्रेटरी को, फुल बॉडी स्कैनर इंस्टॉल किया गया है पार्लियामेंट के एंट्रेंस में, और क्या जानकारी है इन्वेस्टिगेशन को लेकर हिमांशु अभी?
देखिए शिव, बिल्कुल ऑल पार्टी मीटिंग के अंदर स्पीकर ने कहा यह बहुत ही गंभीर मामला है और इसको लेकर जो है पार्लियामेंट स्ट्रीट पुलिस स्टेशन के अंदर एफआईआर दर्ज की गई है। स्पीकर ने स्पेशल होम सेक्रेटरी को लेटर लिखा है कि जो भी हुआ है उसको लेकर और सुरक्षा कुछ और ज्यादा चाक चौबंद करने के लिए, साथ ही साथ पार्लियामेंट सिक्योरिटी का रिव्यू होगा। और कई विपक्षी सांसदों ने ये मांग की कि फुल बॉडी स्कैनर जो है वो लगाया जाना चाहिए एंट्री पॉइंट्स पे, और अलग अलग जो एंट्रीज हैं, चाहे वो प्राइम मिनिस्टर की तो वैसे भी एंट्री अलग है, और साथ ही वाइस प्रेसिडेंट की जो एंट्री गेट है उनके अलावा भी जो है अगर विजिटर्स जो हैं वो आ रहे हैं तो उनकी एक ही गेट से एंट्री हो, जिससे वो जिस गेट से एंट्री करें उसी से बाहर जाएं, और समय सीमा जो है उसी के दौरान उनको पार्लियामेंट में अगर एंट्री करने का मौका मिलता है तो वो मिलना चाहिए। और अभी फिलहाल जो जानकारी है, अभी जितनी विजिटर के लिए एंट्री है वो बैन कर दी गई है। साथ ही साथ एक्स एमपी और जो एमपीज के पीए पीएस हैं उनका भी जो है एंट्री पार्लियामेंट में अभी बैन रहेगी मेन प्रीमिसेस में।
Himanshu, thank you very much for getting us those details. It's a story in motion, like I said, but installing a full-body scanner outside Parliament now sounds like a bit of a joke. It may be, irrelevant to what the follow-up action needs to be, but a bit of a joke, if you ask me, given that this has happened after two people have managed to infiltrate. Why wasn't there a full-body scanner there in the first place? For God's sake, this is Parliament, a place that has been attacked in the past before. We've lost 16, personnel there during an attack 22 years ago. Today is the anniversary. You've got a terrorist sitting in the United States who's threatened to bring down Parliament, and you don't have a full-body scanner. It sounds like a monumental intelligence and security failure at possibly every level of this country. We'll keep tracking that, but Union Minister Anurag Thakur has just addressed the security breach in Parliament while speaking at the Agenda Aaj Tak platform. He was speaking to my colleague Sudhir Chaudhary. Listen in.
आज 13 दिसंबर है और आज ही के दिन आप जानते हैं कि संसद भवन पर हमला हुआ था, और ठीक आज ही एक बार फिर से एक ब्रीच ऑफ सिक्योरिटी हुआ है और दो लोग संसद भवन में पहुंच गए और उन्होंने वहां पर, आप जानते ही हैं कि पूरे सिक्योरिटी का जो घेरा है उसे तोड़ दिया। इस पर आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे? क्या हुआ है, थोड़ा हमारे देश के लोगों को बताइए।
देखिए, विस्तृत जानकारी तो जब रिपोर्ट आएगी तभी हो पाएगा, लेकिन दर्शक दीर्घा से कूदना और हाउस के अंदर भागना ये उचित नहीं है। सिक्योरिटी ब्रीच भी है, चिंता का विषय भी है, और स्पीकर महोदय ने हाउस में आकर कहा कि जिन लोगों ने किया दोनों को गिरफ्तार कर लिया, उनके जो दो साथी थे उनको भी गिरफ्तार किया गया है और जांच चल रही है। जांच पूरी होने से पहले मेरा कुछ कहना बिल्कुल उचित नहीं होगा, क्योंकि ब्रेकिंग न्यूज देने के चक्कर में फेक न्यूज नहीं चलनी चाहिए।